turn that down. I've got it fed over to my iPad. Apologies for the dodgy camera angle. Hello everybody. I'm just setting my iPad up so I can monitor things. Well, the update is not entirely good news. Hello Thomas Lee Cove. As you'll see, one of these is currently off because all of these spurs set well and are solid apart from that one, and there was an issue with the amount of surface area, so I've let it come off, and I'm going to, hello Nikki, and I'm going to give that another 10 minutes to dry and we'll reattach it. In the meantime, you may have the wonderful delight of live, because I have a mug on the go. Hello Thomas. You'll now see this tripod used for its proper purpose for once. There we go. Hello Nick James. Ooh, if memory serves, you're one of the podcasters, I think. Also tonight, and it took a bit of scavenging to find any, sandpaper comes into play, because the instructions tell me that I have to sand these two support thingies before I glue them, and gluing those was the main thing I wanted to get done tonight anyway. But in the meantime, I've got to wait 5 more minutes for this glue to dry, so if you'll excuse me. Who is that? That's Jennifer Mann. Oh, hello Jennifer. Now, did I know you from Second Life? Because I've got more than one Jennifer on my Facebook, and I have a feeling you're the one I know from Second Life. Hello Nick James. Oh, this would be Aussie Nick. Only on Facebook do we bring you live tea drinking. Well, I can bring you really enthralling sights, Nick, such as these, which once joined together will be the supports, or the sort of table bit that hold the various bits of console in place, although I have a feeling I should probably insert controls into these before I put them on there. Oh yes, hello Shard. Long time ago, me and Jennifer used to chat. She was usually drunk and I was usually sober, and it was the wee small hours. There were other people around, usually as drunk as Jennifer was. So yeah, we've still got another 5 minutes to wait for this glue to dry, so cheers everybody. The t-shirt is a nod to both Sherlock and Doctor Who. If I can, there you go. It's possibly from T-Fury, but don't quote me on that. So, I suppose I should be investigating stuff in the box, so I don't have to faff around and store controls at some point. For those of you that didn't see the previous one of these, this will be the time rotor, which gives you some idea of the scale of this thing. There's a whole bag of bits, some of which form the innards of the time rotor. There's that, which I'm guessing is a sort of base thing. These, which once those are glued together, these fit on those and provide you with a sort of 45-degree angle for there are some lovely stickers, which for some reason our American friends insist on calling decals. Stickers! Sure they're going to be. None of this stuff that's sort of more, hello Gary. Everybody say hello to Gary, because it's Gary that actually built all of this. How come and useful actually. Slowly, slowly catch your monkey. As you've just joined us, Gary, I'll move the camera and show you how things are looking tonight. I am missing one spur because it didn't fix down properly, so I'm just waiting for the glue to dry and I'll fix it down again. We're pleased to hear all the other spurs did fix down properly though. But this one, proving troublesome. There's an issue with surface area. All the others have got enough surface area on the whole. Both of them really at that point where the two halves of the console join together are a little iffy on surface area. Should plug Gary's company, shouldn't I? Mooncrest Models, everybody. If you Google Mooncrest Models, you'll find Gary's fine works. He doesn't just do TARDISes, he does some lovely figures. Has done a Peter Cushing figure, and well, I'll allow him to plug stuff if he wants to plug stuff. Who's that? That's... oh, that's Phil Markham, is it? Oh, hello Phil. We're wavering around, but there's about 4 or 5 of you around tonight. Oh, it's just almost 10 past. Will you join us in time for some live gluing, Phil? If I can flip cameras around. Yeah, now these support spurs all managed to fix into position apart from this one. So let's get that lined up. I'll put more glue on this time round and hopefully, well, it does sound like it's going to take this time. Bugger, that might be too low. It's not a million miles out. Hello Phil. So yes, only on Facebook can you see live glue drying. And we did have live tea drinking. So onwards with tonight's task, which does involve the glue as well. I've been consulting my instructions and we'll be working next on those. And I had to scavenge myself some sandpaper. So if we just get this flipped round again. Yeah. Now, the instructions say, and I quote, May have to clear some space because Gary's instructions say to lay the two parts side by side. So if we very carefully shift that as far away as possible, we'll take these out of the equation for now as well. We can put them to one side. Now we've got enough room. Now, lay the two table parts side by side and check the fit. Sand until you have a better fit. Only run glue on the short facing edge. So the short facing edge, and Gary's probably dropped off now, is probably this bit here. And if I lay it if I just flip this around again, yeah, so that's them laying. Not entirely sure what I have to sand, but so the only bit that's sticking out and preventing a good fit is this bit at the end. So I may sand that bit at the end down. Oh, is that Paul Heath? Hello from not so warm Cambridge, Paul. See, look, not even shaky cam tonight. I have an actual tripod at play. We have actual sandpaper too. Sanding is about to take place. I should feel quite privileged because Paul's probably got 500 cable channels he could be watching. Actually, I shouldn't feel that privileged. All the news channels will be about Donald Trump at this hour of the day. Has he incited any more violence? Has he's Of course, the thing is, Paul can't vote, so he sits on this US election as a bit of a sideliner. Where's he? Now I'm your lunchtime entertainment, am I, Paul? Trying to think what time it is in LA. 7, 6, 9. Oh no, I'm probably your tea break. That's assuming they've discovered tea. Yes, live sanding. This is. I'm having to tip my head because the tripod sits right in front of the screen. I am not a very well practiced DIYer, Karen. If you want to see me shouting at wood, go over to my YouTube. Oh, we have Erica Lear, so we have people from Merseyside joining us now. 7 of you watching. There really is nothing on television tonight, clearly. You're watching a man sanding plastic. So... Now that's certainly fitting well at the bottom end. is a very small, I'll let you guys see, there's a very small area of it actually touching well. So there and there. Not quite sure how long I meant to sand it to make it fit any better. We'll give it a go. Second, there was 8 of you. We may yet hit double figures tonight. You're only proving what I always have said about Wednesday nights. It's crap TV night. I could be entirely wrong when it comes to later in the evening, but right now on BBC One, for example, you could be watching a whole hour of the One show. Yeah, fascinating. Who's that? Oh, it's Pauline. Hello, Pauline. We're witnessing live sanding of plastic. This is the only sandpaper I could find. I've had to nick it from a power tool. Not quite sure. Oh, that looks a bit rude. How's the TARDIS build coming? Not been on much. On a bit of an extended break from it at the moment, Pauline. May get back to it at Easter. This model kit is proving far more rewarding because Gary, who built it, has sort of done all the donkey work and created all the parts for you. And I have a feeling no matter how much I sand this, it's not going to fit together any better. Oh, we might be getting there. This may take some time. Oh, there was 8 of you. Now it's gone down to 7. Don't tell me the One show suddenly got exciting. I do have a telly in here. The temptation to turn it on and prove my point as to how bad television is on a Wednesday is only slightly there. No. I'd have to keep moving the camera if I were to let you guys in on how well it's fitting. It is, it is definitely closer together now at the top. It's still a bit far away at the bottom. Hello to all 6 of you. So, top now closer together, bottom less so, so we'll have a little sand of the bottom half. All full. I wonder who the hardcore are that's still staying with us. Well, it's getting there. Suddenly rather glad I decided to devote the best part of an evening to this. Ooh, we're back up to 6 of you now. I'd have put this on Periscope, which is another live streaming thing, but the trouble is I did experimentally briefly stream on there this evening and there was me watching. At least there's 8 of you. Many of you I've actually met. Alright then, 6 of you now. So, just as well I'm wearing blue jeans. All of this white stuff would look terrible on black jeans. So, this is so frustrating. It gets getting closer and closer at the top of this. It makes me wonder if I should apply one of my smaller clamps. See, even my smallest clamps are like pretty large because they're normally dealing with wood. I've got a fair bit of surface area touching at the top of this now. I have to and then after all of this sanding, I'm advised in Gary, who created this kit's instructions. Oh, I was about to give him top marks for coming up with something that would stand, and they sort of stand. I'll show you how they stand. Like that, leaning against each other. They really not stand on their own. Oh, that's so frustrating. They will stand leaning against things, but then you have the danger that the thing you're leaning against is going to get covered in glue. Oh, that was scary. Oh, this is going to cut off in about 5 minutes time. Facebook are being quite mean to me. It's the last video I streamed live. They let me stream for an hour and a half. Oh, hello Wendy. So 2 work colleagues watching. So I guess I better apply some glue before this whole thing cuts off. We may have to lay it. So I worry about leaving it to lay flat, because if you lay it flat, the glue's going to drip off somewhat. see if I can improvise something here. Ah! Now if you could get it to, uses, ladies and gentlemen, for a mug. For now, both of them are standing up. So if I angle this right, you guys will be able to see what I'm doing next. Just about. Through the wonders of wide angle lens. So there we are. Now where the hell have I put the glue? Got you. This glue takes 10 minutes to dry, so unfortunately you will not see this attach. I might put something on the periscope out for a few minutes. Let's see. Instructions seem to indicate that I only had to glue it at the ends. This glue I'm working with has a slightly disturbing nature of going a bit thready. So we are glued, glue lid is on. Hello to 76667 of you. Hello 7 of you. Hello 8 of you. This has just been glued, is the latest thing I can tell you. And Facebook will be cutting off my live feed in 2 minutes. So you're very lucky to see anything. I've got to wait 10 minutes now before the glue will have dried. Wondering what to do with the 10 minutes. I might boot up this aging Windows XP PC. Oh, it's so aging that the front just fell off the 3.5-inch drive. One of the reasons I call this machine aging is it does take rather a long time. Whoops. It does take rather a long time to boot. 1 minute left on this live video, folks. Tell your friends. Come over and see live glue drying. Somewhere around there's a right hand side speaker. Get both speakers set up. And should be able to get Spotify going. There's about 20 seconds left on this live video. I may try 10 seconds left on this live video. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5. So I'll try and start another stream soon. And if this was Richard and Judy, we'd be saying, welcome back. Well, where we left it before Facebook interrupted the stream at half an hour was that I have freshly applied glue to these end bits, and this is a structure that will sit on top of that, and then these will fit into the thing that I'm doing tonight. So if you'll bear with me, I'll get this camera back in the tripod, which is a little fiddly, and then we'll flip that. With me again. Hello. Not sure who's watching because Facebook's not telling me, so feel free to post comments to let me know who you are. Ooh, all one of you that's watching, or three of you. It keeps going up and down. My tripod is a little tricksy tonight. We're there. Hello, welcome to non-shaky cam. If I can get it pointing in the right direction. There you go. Uses for a cup of tea. Now, we carefully take away the cup of tea, and I suddenly work out where the hell to put that on the floor. This is going to have to be a little bit closer and looking down, otherwise you guys are not going to be able to see a thing. So, having glued those, hopefully laying flat, we can persuade this thing to join together. You'll be comforted to know that it did actually start holding from the very moment I touched it, but I worry as to how strong a hold it is because there's not much surface area. Hello to all 6 of you. I'm assuming that you're 6 of the 8 people that were watching earlier because Facebook's not giving me any names as to who any of you are. So I'll say things like, hello Nick, hello Jennifer, hello Pauline. Feel free to post a comment to let me know who you are. So, I'm not massively pleased with that, but it's very hard to get the thing to hold. There's not much actual surface area, much as I am advised to do all of that sanding. It doesn't seem to create much surface area, but presumably we can wing it. What I mean is that because this is going to fit on top of there, then this will support that. But so there you have it. Much shorter stream second time round. Not overly sure how well that's going to stay together, and we'll leave it there for tonight. I might have a bit of an experiment with the controls, but I won't torture you with another boring video tonight. So bye everybody, thanks for watching. Back. Meanwhile I defected and I posted something to the Periscope app. So if you get hold of the Periscope app, you'll be able to see what I was up to. One person watched me, so it was a bit of an exclusive for them. I'm gonna start this stream up on my iPad so I can monitor. So yeah, I am the one viewer. So, God, you've all abandoned me. I had 8 of you watching at one point. You've all abandoned me. This is the vagaries of streaming at 8 o'clock at night when people go, "Ooh, there's something on TV." Well, probably is, and I'm going to have to check in a minute. I'm not sure who the other person is, but hello. Well, one person watching. I've been test assembling. No glue, literally a test. And a couple of the panels sat in front of me now look like this. No stickers, no decals, no nothing, but I was just test assembling bits of it. I start to worry about all the finicky little details here. I'm also clearly going to have to spend some time painting the bits that have to be black, and also possibly painting certain controls that want to be silver or grey. I have just behind me various little pots of paint. Hello to 3 of you. Yeah, test assembly only. Nothing's glued down here, but I thought I'd give myself some kind of look at how it will look. But thank you for rejoining me. Meanwhile, this is gluing. I'm not sure how well. But yeah, I will leave you now, and I'm not sure what is next on the agenda for this. Probably continuing on with the thing I was gluing tonight, because more stuff has to be glued to that, and so we might as well get that built and then work on the panels, which is going to have to be a case of referring to the diagrams and working out which bits need painting, which is not too many, although some of the controls might need painting. What I worry about is fiddly little things like the mesh, because this, if I just, this here has to have mesh inserted. It's a pity I don't know who's watching, because David's one of these. Very envious of people who got theirs last year and then posted up photographs of it looking immaculate, because mine will probably look a bit rough and ready and not. Hello Seb. I don't think you were on the previous stream, so I'll show you where things are tonight. I've been gluing this together, which acts as a support structure, or part of the support structure for these. This, however, is purely test assembly, nothing's glued down yet. I'm just sort of pulling stuff out of the bag and seeing how it'll fit together. It's fairly clear that I'll have to finish assembly of that. Hello again, Paul. As I said in the title, purely test assembly. Nothing's glued down here yet. The very size of some of the parts scare the bejesus out of me. There's a little bag in the box, and it's full of black things. And I might even share with you how scarily small said black. If I can just get that to stay still. Well, Gary, who designed this kit, reckoned it takes 2 weeks to build. See, this is the bag that I took those black bits out of. As you can see, some of the things in this bag are scarily small. As my mum used to put it, it's full of little small things you can lose. And if proof were needed that some tasks at hand in this are quite scarily fiddly, well, you know where there's a little gauze on the Hartnell console, I've got to cut that to size. Some of this is going to be a damn sight easier than other bits, but it's already proving more satisfying than building an actual police box, though, because you have the parts here. Anyone that has contact with BBC people that do licensing, I want to know why nobody has licensed a shed TARDIS kit, because that would make people like me, hello Peter Ellis, who's in a band who I saw at Herne Bay last year. They were officially the most entertaining bit of my afternoon at Herne Bay. They're a very good band, and I forget their name, but I'll allow them to plug themselves. Feel free to type the name of your band into comments, Peter. But yes, some of this is going to prove to be very fiddly. But for your loyalty in coming back and watching, I will give you an insight into what is next. When the thing I was gluing tonight fixes itself into place, and I worry that it's not a particularly good join, the next thing up will be I have another little bag, and it's full of little bags and little fiddly things that would drive you nuts, this task. Oh, these are all stuck together. It's full of several of these, which act as sort of 45-degree supports on there, and they themselves have to be glued into place. Once they are in place, then the panels of the console itself will sit at a pleasing lifted angle. There is my smallest model making paint brush. Hello Joey Reynolds. You should all be clapping and cheering Joey Reynolds, by the way. He's to some extent the man that invented Doctor Who podcasting. There was a radio show back in the possibly 90s, certainly early zeros, that you could download. And he'd interview Doctor Who people on it. And I would download that and listen to an MP3 player at work, and it was, to all intents and purposes, the first Doctor Who podcast. It went back to before podcast feeds were invented, but there it was a show about Doctor Who, and you could download it and listen to it. So, all hail Joey Reynolds, all hail Joey Reynolds. So, I'm just about to end this, but for people who joined late, that's what I joined together tonight. That forms a support structure. The things that lift it to 45 degrees will fit into these slots. And I was doing a bit of test assembly on these, and they will be the individual panels, and I may have to do more painting at the weekend. So bye for now everybody, and thanks for watching.